Hello students. So as we move on with the construction and interpretation of a phase diagram, so now we'll take up the part 2 where we will discuss the construction and interpretation of a phase diagram which is having a eutectic system. Okay, so we'll see once again what are those eutectic systems and how we can construct the phase diagram for a eutectic system and how to interpret the phase diagram. So what exactly a eutectic system? Eutectic system. So here we'll be having a two parts. So one is a completely insoluble in solid state. So here what we'll write, a liquid will dissociate or will solidify into two solids which are insoluble in a solid state but completely soluble in a liquid state. So what we can write here is a liquid will upon cooling will give rise to solid A plus a solid B. So the mixture of solid A plus solid B is a eutectic mixture. So now how this phase diagram will differ from a eutectic system where it is completely soluble in a liquid but partially soluble in a solid state. So whenever we have a partial solubility, so we'll term that one as a alpha and a beta. So where alpha is rich in A and beta is rich in B. So or else we can say alpha is a mixture of A plus B where the concentration of A is more compared to the B, and beta is the one where the concentration of B is more compared to the A. Okay, so the eutectic mixture here will be comprising of alpha plus beta. So here we are having insolubility, so we'll completely get a plus B, but here we have a partial solubility, we'll get a alpha plus beta. So how this phase diagram looks, you can see, okay, where completely insoluble in solid state will be having, okay, so these two are a liquidous line and will be having one continuous solidus line. So whatever the liquid which is present above this line, okay, this eutectic temperature line, so will solidify into a eutectic mixture. So once it crosses the eutectic temperature. So similarly, so if there is a partial solubility, okay, so we'll get the liquidus line and a solidus line which is of a eutectic temperature here. Okay, and once it crosses this TE line, okay, so all the liquid will solidify into A plus B, A plus B. So how exactly we are going to construct that one? So once we take 100% A to the left side, so this is the cooling curve for A and this is the cooling curve for B, and as the composition of A and B keeps on changing, okay, so the temperature at which the solidification starts and ends will differ, will get a slope, and exactly at the eutectic composition, okay, once again, so we are going to get a constant fusion line. Okay, the temperature remains constant, so that is what we say a eutectic composition, okay, where the temperature remains constant. Okay, so this is the horizontal line which corresponding to the eutectic temperature, and at 100% A we'll get a melting point of A, and at 100% B we'll get a melting point of B. So remaining temperature on a y-axis, time on a x-axis will remain same here. So once we move on, so in order to understand how we can construct a phase diagram for a components are A and B which are completely soluble in a liquid and completely insoluble in a solid. Okay, so we will write a eutectic system. Liquid will be on cooling will get a solid A plus a solid B. Okay, So here the problem says like two metals A and B are used to form an alloy containing 75% A and 25% B. Means we are going to form an alloy of 75% A and 25% B. So now A melts at 650 and B melts at 450. So the melting point of A and B they have given. When alloyed together, A and B do not form any compound or intermediate phases. Okay, so they will not mix together. So the solid solubility of A and B in A are negligible, means they are completely insoluble in a solid state. The metal pair forms an eutectic. The eutectic composition is 40% A and 60% B, which solidifies at 300 degree Celsius. The composition and the temperature, these are very important. That is a eutectic composition and a eutectic temperature. So assume the liquidus and solidus line to be straight. So draw the phase diagram. Okay, so all the lines, we are not going to assume those things as a uh, arcs or maybe curves. So we need to assume them as a straight line. Okay, so first thing what we need to do, we need to decide a scale. Okay, on x-axis, so 1 centimeter or 1 unit is equal to 5%. Okay, so 5, 10, 20 like that, 100% B, so 100% A, so 95, 90 like that to the 0. And on the y-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 50 degrees Celsius. So on the y, 1 centimeter will be equal to 50. So 100, 200, 300 like that. So temperature here also. So temperature here also in degrees Celsius. So composition in a percentage. Okay, that's the first thing. Next thing is we'll take the two temperature. Okay, so A melts at 650 and B melts at 450. So mark that one. A melts at on this line 650, on this line it is a 450. The next one is they have given eutectic composition. So eutectic composition, draw one vertical line, okay, until it intersects with the eutectic temperature, that is a 300. So one horizontal line for 300 degrees Celsius and one vertical line for a 40% A and 60% B. So this completes the phase diagram. Okay, so two melting points, one horizontal line for a eutectic temperature and one vertical line for a eutectic composition. So once this one is done, we need to write down the important regions. So this is a liquidus line above which it is in a liquid. Okay, so below which the solidification starts here also. Okay, so this is a liquidus line above which it is in a liquid, so below which are the point at which the solidification starts. So to the left we have 100% A, so A solidifies here, so liquid plus A. Okay, so to the right we have 100% B, so B solidifies, so liquid plus B. And this eutectic temperature line is nothing but a solidus line, so that's a straight line. So now here you can see A already solidified. Okay, that is what we say pro-eutectic A. And once the liquid crosses this 300 degrees Celsius, it will solidify into A plus B. You can see A is already solidified, plus the liquid will solidify into A plus B once it crosses the eutectic temperature. So similarly here also, so B solidifies, that is what is pro-eutectic B, and once it crosses the TE temperature, so this whatever the liquid will solidify into A plus B. And exactly for a eutectic composition and for eutectic temperature, once it crosses this temperature, so all the liquid will solidify into eutectic mixture, that is A plus B. Okay, these are the silent features you need to mention on the phase diagram. So once you mark all these regions, so that completes the construction and labeling of the phase diagram. Okay, so liquidus line, liquid plus A, liquid plus B, solidus line, that is nothing but a TE line. Okay, and A plus B, B, A plus B, and on this line it is A plus B, that is a eutectic mixture. Okay, so once it is done, we'll take up what are the conditions they have given. They have given an alloy forms at a 75% A and 25% B. So first we need to mark that one. Okay, so drop one vertical line until it touches to the liquidus line, that is a 75% A and 25% B. Okay, so that is what we have drawn here. Next, you have to measure the temperature at which the alloy starts and completes the solidification. Okay, so as it intersects with the liquidus, there is a temperature at which solidification starts, and in eutectic temperature mixture, the eutectic temperature is nothing but a end of the solidification line. So we can see, so start of the solidification is a 500 degrees Celsius, end of the solidification is a 300 degrees Celsius. So the range of solidification is a 200 degrees Celsius. So within the 200 degrees Celsius, the start and end of the solidification process is going to take place. Okay, for any given alloy composition, you need to draw a vertical line until it intersects with the liquidus line. So the temperature at which it intersects with the liquidus line is the start point of a solidification, and irrespective of any composition, the TE line is nothing but a end of a solidification for any number of composition. Okay, and the range of solidification 500 minus 300, that is a 200 degree Celsius. So next, so that is the first condition. The next condition, the percentage of eutectic in the alloy at a room temperature. This for the same alloy composition at a room temperature. So we are going to assume the room temperature as a 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we need to find the percentage of eutectic. So how we'll see now. Okay, yeah, before that one, okay, the amount of liquid percent and its composition at a temperature of 390 degrees Celsius. Okay, so at a 390 degrees Celsius, we need to find what is the liquid present and its a amount and composition. Okay, so we'll draw one horizontal line until it crosses with the liquidus line for a 390 degrees Celsius. So now take a 390 degrees Celsius, draw one horizontal line. This is what we say a tie line, and for a given same composition, already we have drawn the vertical line for a 75% A and a 25% B. Now once you drop this down, that is the point at which it intersects with the liquidus line, once you drop it down, that is the composition of a liquid. So the composition of a liquid is a 56% A and a 44% B. Okay, so now in order to find the amount so of a liquid, we need to find stand on the liquidus line, and length of the opposite arm is a OM divided by length of the overall arm, that is a OP. Okay, so here clearly asked what is the percentage of a liquid, that is amount of a liquid. Amount of liquid means you need to stand on a liquidus line, then length of the opposite arm divided by overall length of the arm, that is OM divided by OP. OM divided by OP. So measure, it's a 25 divided by 44 into 100, so 56.81. 56.81. So easily we can write the composition is 56 A and 44% B, and the amount is 56.81 percentage. Okay, so the same thing if you apply at the room temperature. So draw a tie line at a 25 degrees Celsius, because we have assumed the room temperature to be 25 degrees Celsius. Then already we have drawn one vertical line for a 75% A and a 25% B. Now we'll mark that one as a I, J and a K. Now here he has asked what is a eutectic. What is the eutectic? So here is the eutectic line. Here is the eutectic line. So we need to stand at the K, and the length of the opposite arm is a IJ divided by high K. Okay, so IJ divided by high K into 100. So what is IJ? So it is a 25. Okay, divided by IK. Total length of the arm is a 60. So we'll get a 41.6. Okay, so normally these type of problems are asked for a 6 to 8 or maybe around 10 marks also. So where there will be few conditions, according to those conditions you need to take up each one. Okay, so constructing the phase diagram is an important one. So once we know how to construct that one, so interpretation of that one is easy with the help of a Gibbs phase rule and a lever rule. Okay, so this how exactly we can calculate for a given eutectic system where the two components which are completely soluble in a liquid and incompletely soluble in a solid. Okay, so whatever the composition and the temperature they are going to give, okay, easily you can drop a tie line, and wherever it intersects with the x-axis, okay, liquidus and solidus line, that will give the composition. And by using a lever rule, one can easily find out what are the amount which are present in that one. Okay, so moving on, taking the second type of a eutectic system, where we have two components a plus b, which have a limited solubility. Okay, that is a partial solubility in a and b, that is liquid will gives rise to alpha plus beta. Okay, so here the eutectic mixture will be alpha plus beta. As previously we have discussed, the eutectic mixture is a plus b, where those things are incompletely soluble in a solid. Okay, here we have a partial solubility, where alpha corresponding to the rich in a, okay, beta corresponding to the rich in b. Okay, so problem says two metals a and b have a melting point 900 and 800 degrees Celsius. The alloy pair forms an eutectic at 600 degrees Celsius, okay, with the composition of 60% b and 40% a. Okay, eutectic temperature and eutectic composition. Okay, so a and b have a unlimited mutual solubility in liquid, but their solid solubility are given like this. What are these things, we'll see. Okay, so first condition is draw the phase diagram and label the parts, and second one is find the composition and amount at given alloy composition. Okay, they have given some 60% a and 40% b. Okay, so we'll see how exactly we can find the composition and amounts. Okay, so first to have that one, we need to find a scale. Okay, so very important is x-axis 1 centimeter 5 percentage, y-axis 1 centimeter 50 degrees Celsius. So we have taken left as a 100%, right as a b 100%, and on the left y-axis temperature and on a right y-axis temperature. Okay, so mark everything. Then the important points is 900 and 800 degrees Celsius, that is a melting point of a and a b. We'll take a and b here. So next point is so we'll take the eutectic temperature as 600 degrees Celsius. So drop one thin horizontal line for 600 degrees Celsius. Then they have given the eutectic composition as 60% b and 40% a. So draw one vertical line at 60% b and 40% a. Okay, so we have melting points a and b, we have a eutectic temperature and a eutectic composition. So now coming to the solid solubility, so you can see here, so solid solubility of 10% b in a at 600. Okay, 10% b is here at 600 degrees Celsius. Okay, and 5% b in a at 0 degrees Celsius at 0. Okay, so 5% b is here, so we can drop 10% and 5% like this, and just darken this line, just darken this line. Next is 8% a in b, where is 8% a is here at 600 degrees Celsius, and 4% a in b at 0 degrees Celsius. So exactly we'll mark so 4% a in b at 0 degrees Celsius. So once we mark all these points, just darken these lines. Okay, so this is a Solvus line. Okay, this blue color is a Solvus line. Solvus line is a line which divides two solid phases. So alpha is a solid phase, and alpha plus beta is a solid phase. Okay, here also beta is a solid phase, alpha plus beta is a solid phase. Okay, so we are going to differentiate these two solid phases with the boundary this. Okay, that line is called as a Solvus line. Okay, so once you mark that one, so they have mentioned solidus and liquidus lines to be straight. So mark all these as a straight lines, and this is a liquid, and these two are a liquidus line, and a TE, that is eutectic temperature line itself, is a solidus line. Okay, and here liquid plus alpha and liquid plus beta. So here the solidification of alpha starts, here the solidification of beta starts, and here we are going to get a alpha. Okay, so which is rich in a. okay, and here we'll get alpha plus beta, okay. So whatever the liquid will solidify into a eutectic mixture, that is alpha plus beta. So here also beta will be there, that is pro eutectic beta, and liquid will solidify into alpha plus beta. So at exactly eutectic composition and eutectic temperature, okay, so the liquid will solidify into alpha plus beta, which is a eutectic mixture, okay. So all these are salient features which we have to measure, okay. That is the first condition they have asked. What is the second condition? Second condition, at a room temperature, so we have assumed room temperature as a 25 degrees Celsius. So draw one horizontal line, okay, at 25 degrees Celsius, and already we know what is the alloy composition, okay, 60% A and 40% B. They have mentioned that one. So draw one vertical line here, okay, and this is now a tie line OMP with a one vertical line, okay. So if you take the end of this one is a composition of a eutectic mixture, that is a 60% B and 40% A, and here we will take exactly at this point 94.54% of A and 4.5% of B, okay. So that is what is the solid composition. So number of phases which are present at M are two, one is alpha and one is alpha plus beta, okay. So how to find the amount? To find the amount of solid, we need to stand at alpha, okay. Length of the opposite arm is a MP divided by OP, that is a amount of alpha is equal to amount of alpha is equal to, okay, so MP divided by OP into 100. So now amount of eutectic is standard P O M divided by OP, OM divided by OP, so we'll get a 63.3. So this is how exactly we can calculate the given alloy composition number of phases using a lever rule, okay, for a different types of a phase diagram. Thank you.